As you know, in our system, alternative strokes are provided to R and A. We have already studied about A in the previous chapter. Now, with regard to the use of alternative forms of R, we study in this class. We have already studied about the use of alternative forms of R and A in about 2 or 3 principles. Now, in this class, let us completely study the use of the alternative forms of R. The consonant R is provided with 2 basic forms, downward form and upward form. Downward form is a curve and it is named as air. And upward form is a straight stroke and it is named as ray. So, air and ray. But the sound is R only. The sound is R. In the previous class we have studied about 2 or 3 principles about the use of downward or upward form of R. Now in this class let us completely study the use of alternative forms. As we have already studied, initial R is written downward if a vowel precedes and upward if no vowel precedes. Initial R means in the word the first consonant must be R. In the word the first consonant must be R. Then before that if there is a vowel, use downward form. If there is no vowel, use upward form. In the word the initial consonant, the first consonant must be R, that is R. Then before that if there is a vowel, use downward form. And if there is no vowel, use upward form, that is ray. Okay, that is the principle. Now, arc. Initial arc. So in this outline, there are 2 consonants, R and K. Isn't it? So the first consonant, the word started with the consonant R. R. Before that there is a vowel. Therefore, we will have to use the downward form, arc. Now you take this. In this word, the first consonant is R. The first consonant is R. Then P also is there. The first consonant is R. Before that, there is no vowel. Before that, there is no vowel. Initial R. It is called initial R. Before that, there is no vowel. Therefore, R is written with upward form. That is ray. Rope. Arrive. I. So in this word, the first consonant is R. So before that there is a vowel. Therefore, this R, initial R, first consonant R, should be written downward. So it is written downward. So repair. In this word, the first consonant is R. Okay. Before that there is no vowel. Therefore, it can be written upward. Repair. Now, repair verb. Okay. If you write it through the line, it will become a repair. Repair is verb. Repair is noun. Okay. Like this. Final R is written upward if a vowel follows and downward if no vowel follows. That is R. Final R. In the word, the last consonant was to be R. Then, if there is a vowel, you write upward form. If there is no vowel, then use downward form. Okay. Repair. 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 Here, this is the final consonant R. After that, there is no vowel. There is no vowel. If there is no vowel, use downward form. Repair. Robbery. Robbery. Final R. Final R is written upward if a vowel follows. The final consonant is R. After that there is a vowel. The word ended with the vowel. The word ended with the consonant R. Okay. The last consonant is R. Then after that there is a vowel. If that is the case, this R, final R is written upward if a vowel follows. Now, car is written downward because final R is there. After that there is no vowel. Therefore, you will have to write downward form. Carry. Now, final R. After that there is a vowel. Therefore, use upward form. Carry. Downward form of R is used before M. Arm. Arm. Initial R is written downward if a vowel precedes. That rule is there. But before M, R should be written downward. Army. Same. Army. Roam. Even if there is no vowel precedes, initial R is written downward only. That means this rule supersedes that rule, previous rule. Because before M, R is written downward. Room. Room. Before M, R is written downward. 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 Next rule, R is written upward before the strokes TD, CJ, it, kal, gal, ve. TD, CJ, it, kal, gal, ve. Before these strokes, if R comes, it is represented by the upper form, that is re. Artist. 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 Harried. 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 Arch. 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 Ray is used. T, D, J, J. Earth. Before it. Oracle. Kal. Before kal. Regal. 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 Before gal. Airway. Airway. Before way, way. So, before these strokes, TD, CJ, it, kal, gal, way. Before these strokes, R is written upward. Okay? After two downstrokes, R is written upward. For example, prepare, prepare, prepare. After two downstrokes, K is written upward. Shakespeare, Shakespeare. It should be two downstrokes. After two downstrokes, K is written upward. But after F or V, downward form is convenient. See, we said after two downstrokes, upward form is written, that is re. But in such cases, persevere, persevere, persevere. After two downstrokes, upward form should be used. But if there is F or V, use downward R because it is convenient. Okay. Rule is that after two downstrokes, upward form, that is re, is convenient. But sometimes downward form is used. Some exceptions will be there. Thoroughfare, thoroughfare. See, thoroughfare. This is a downstroke, this is a downstroke, but F, after F, instead of writing upstroke, downward form is convenient. After an upstroke, upward form is convenient, that is re. For example, aware, rare, aware, rare. After an upstroke, another upstroke is convenient. The idea is to write the sound quickly. So, upward form is convenient. Writing rare. Okay. After an upstroke, rare. Suppose you can use after an upstroke, rare. But rarer, rare, rare, rarer. Rarer. You will have to use downward form because you cannot write three upstrokes. Three upstrokes you cannot decipher, isn't it? Therefore, you will have to, after two upstrokes, use downward form only. Error. So this error should be used by the downward form. Similarly, roar. Up to roar, roar. But roarer, 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 roarer. Okay? No. Upward R is used. Upward R is used. That is a day is used after a curve and a circus. Any curve, you see, officer, suppose, officer, officer, officer. A curve and circle. After a curve and circle, ray is used. Nice, nicer. After a curve and circle, ray is used. Nicer. Then, after K or gay, or straight upstroke, circled for S. Okay. Closer. Closer. You see? This is K. Circle is there. Closer. Closer. Okay? Closer. Grosser. 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 Okay. After K or G, have K, circle. Then if R comes, it should be written upward. Grosser. Because it is showing angle. After K or G, that means a straight horizontal. Straight horizontal, circle for S. Or a straight upstroke. After K or G, or straight upstroke, circle for S. That is the rule. So closer, K, here G, grosser, circle for S. Then R. That R should be represented by the upward form, that is ray. Understood? Very clear. After K or G, circle for S. Circle must be there. Then straight upstroke having a circle. Razor. 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 So, after a straight upstroke, circle for S. Straight upstroke, circle, then ray. This consonant should be represented by the ray. Why is that? Ray, straight upstroke, then circle, ray. Why is that? Why is that? Straight upstroke, circle, then ray. After any stroke, that means there must be a stroke consonant. After that, R must come. So here, there must be a stroke. There must be one stroke. Whether initial or final, that is a different thing. There must be a stroke. After that, R must come. Then, after this, there must be a hook. See the rule. Then, this R should be written with upward. Okay, suppose. Turn. So T is there. Next, what is the consonant? R. So, R is there. Now, downward or upward? Which form should be used? That is the question. Then this N is represented by the hook. So, use only upward form. Turn. After a stroke, R has come, then for that there is a hook. Then this R should be represented by the upward form, that is ray. Ray should be written. Firm. Firm. One stroke is there, then R has come, then it has got a hook. Learn. 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 There is a stroke. After that, R has come. It has got a hook. Therefore, this R is represented by the ray and not the downward form. Okay? Remember that. Hook. One stroke is there. After that, R has come. It has got a hook. Therefore, so you cannot use learn like that. You cannot write. Portion. P is there, then R has come. So after a stroke, when R is there, and there is a hook, then this R should be written with upward portion. Okay? Medial R is generally written upward. Medial R. So, in a word, R comes medially, it is generally written upward. Park. Park. P-J-K. Park. Mark. Mark. Verify. 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 Medial R is generally written upward. In derivatives, downward form of R is retained because medial R is written upward. But in derivative words, in the root word, downward R is used, retain it. Arrange. See? Arrange. Isn't it? Arrange. Arrange is written. Suppose disarrange. Disarrange. So use this downward R in the middle of the word. That is why we said medial R is generally written upward. In some cases like derivatives, downward form is retained because in the root word downward R is used. Therefore in the derivative also retain that downward form. Medial R. Power. You write? Power. Power. Suppose powerful. 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 So in the root word you have used the downward form. In the derivative, retain that downward form. Powerful. Secure. Suppose. Secure. Secure. Okay. Secure. Securely. Suppose. Securely. Securely. So in the root word, secure, downward form is used. In the derivative securely, you retain that downward form. Though it has occurred medially in the word. General rule is medial R is written upward. But in such cases, when the downward form is used in the root word, you retain the same form in the derivative also. Just for the sake of distinction, if there is any deviation in position writing and all that, clerk is written downward form. Clerk. Clerk. Here medial R, but to distinguish it from cleric. 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 Because clerk can be written, like this also. But to distinguish it from cleric, in the outline clerk, downward form is used. For the sake of distinction from cleric, in the word clerk, downward form is used. That's all. It is a simple thing just to remember. Because in any such situation comes, why Pitman has given such examples is, such exceptions is, if any situation comes like this, if you face any situation like this, you follow this kind of method. For that purpose, he has given this example, this exception. Okay. So, in this chapter, we have completely elaborated the situations where the two different forms of downward and upward form of R, that is A and Re. How the downward form and the upward form of R are used, we have completely dealt with the situations in this chapter.